Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.
In a dimly lit church, a peculiar wedding ceremony unfolds. Edgar arrives unprepared, while Alessandra remains shrouded in mystery, her face concealed by a coat. The priest, Peter, grows increasingly uneasy as the ceremony progresses. Edgar's unsettling behavior and Alessandra's insistence on anonymity raise suspicions in Peter's mind. Peter, a man of faith, found himself questioning the sanctity of the ceremony. Was this truly love, or something far more sinister? Was Alessandra a willing participant, or a captive to a force beyond her control? And what secrets did the coat conceal?
You are in luck. Every time there is a masquerade ball, we get a few women and men come here bawling their eyes out, either about the person they love announcing their engagement to someone else, or when it was time to take off the masks, they are shocked by who they have been entertaining all night long.
Peter could never agree with anyone claiming the church to be boring. There was always something odd happening.
No one has ever returned to collect their masks, gloves, or shoes, but we stored them in a box just in case they ever come looking for them. Sometimes people come wearing large hats or veils to hide their identities, so no one would know they are coming to confess their sins. Would you like a veil instead?
Peter found it to be more fitting for the occasion.
Yes, thank you.
Alessandra couldn't be happier the church had such things.
What is your name? I will need to write it down on paper for our records. I've never heard your voice before. Have you never once attended a wedding or funeral?
No, I have never attended either of the two. This is our first meeting. My name is Alessandra Barrett, soon to be Alessandra Collins, she replied.
Alessandra Barrett. Where have I heard that name before?
Peter looked up at the church roof for answers. People claim that I'm cursed and you will die if you...
That's you!
Peter exclaimed, but quickly clammed his mouth shut when he caught sight of Edgar in the distance glaring at him.
Forgive me once again. I am not normally like this, and I never expected you would walk into the church.
Alessandra played with her fingers, suddenly feeling nervous. Those rumors aren't true. I am not cursed. Do you want me to leave?
Of course you are not cursed. Only a fool would believe such a thing. Please don't misunderstand my words. I heard the Baron rarely allowed you to leave home, so I never expected to meet you. The church would never send anyone away. We take in any and everyone, regardless of their past.
The church has become a place for criminals to run and hide. Be a little bit more cautious, or you might shelter the person who wants to take your life.
Edgar warned Peter.
I think that person is here right now,
Peter said, followed by a cough as he was referring to Edgar. He always knew if anyone were to kill him, it would be Edgar.
Here you go, Alessandra. I will get the papers and everything else to perform the wedding so you two can be on your way.
I'm sorry there wasn't another priest available. Peter talks too much. He could talk for days, a skill he used when scamming people before turning over a new leaf.
Edgar loudly spoke to irritate the priest.
We met through him trying to scam me. I almost cut off his hand, and somehow he ended up becoming a priest.
Oh. Alessandra was lost for words. She couldn't connect how Peter went from scamming to becoming a priest.
Alessandra, still reeling from Edgar's blunt revelation about Peter's past, watched as the priest fumbled with the wedding papers. His face flushed. Peter, ever the showman, attempted to recover with a forced smile, but the damage was done. Was Edgar's accusation true? Had Peter truly found redemption, or was this just another act in his long and enigmatic history? Will Alessandra ever truly trust Peter, knowing his past? What is the real reason for Edgar's animosity towards Peter?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.
Alessandra Barrett, soon to be Alessandra Collins, seeks solace in a church before her wedding. She encounters Father Peter, who is intrigued by Alessandra's name, and reveals he's heard rumors about her family, suggesting a supposed curse. Just as Alessandra begins to confide in Peter, Edgar, her fiancé, arrives. He interrupts their conversation, revealing Peter's past as a con artist and warning him about potential dangers within the church. Peter, in turn, subtly accuses Edgar of being the threat, creating a tense atmosphere. What is the true nature of the curse surrounding Alessandra? Why does Edgar exhibit such hostility towards Peter? What is the connection between Peter's past as a con artist and his current role as a priest? Will Alessandra's wedding proceed without further complications? Is Edgar truly the danger he warns Peter about? Or is there a more sinister force at play?
You don't need to hold on to your past forever. Move on and find something to make you happy. Once we have collected your belongings tomorrow, there is nothing you need to ever revisit with that house, said Edgar.
I know. If I hadn't met you that night and my father told me about going with William, I would have abandoned everything and run away. I don't know where I would have gone as I have no money, but I would never return to that home. My father is gone, and my mother is nowhere to be found. I am letting go of my life as a Barrett from the moment I say I do. Unfortunately, I know Katrina and Kate will come looking for me.
Alessandra sighed, knowing tomorrow would be chaotic.
I will keep them away from you,
Edgar promised. No one was allowed to step foot on his property without his permission.
No, I will handle them myself. You have already done a lot for me, and as much as it would be easier for you to deal with them, I must handle this on my own. As your wife, many obstacles will be placed in front of me, and I cannot depend on you to solve all of them. I will see to it you don't regret doing this with me,
Alessandra said, fully determined to become a woman who could stand on her own.
I am never going to allow anyone to mistreat me again. And if anyone tries to do the same to you, I might just kill them.
My, what an interesting woman I am marrying.
Edgar chuckled, highly entertained by Alessandra promising to protect him. He was right in thinking back then she would become a woman to flip the town upside down.
I have a feeling our married life will be entertaining.
How can it not be when the rumored monster Duke and the Baron's masked daughter are getting married?
Alessandra could hear the gossip already.
I am ready. You two should make your way to the altar,
Peter said from the altar.
Did I mess up a moment between them?
He wondered after realizing how cozy they looked as they spoke. Alessandra stayed behind to place the veil Peter gave her over her head, while Edgar went ahead. The veil was see-through, but not enough to clearly see her face. Alessandra took a deep breath before walking up to the altar.
I did this. I changed my future,
she said, as she glanced at Edgar while she approached the altar. Offering Edgar a contract marriage was the best thing she ever did in her life. Reality suddenly hit Alessandra how proud of herself she should be for making the move to get out of her childhood home, rather than waiting around for someone else to help her. She opened the door to leave her cage, while Edgar offered her a hand to help her step out of it.
Please turn to look at each other,
Peter instructed the couple once they were side by side. Regardless of his opinion of Edgar, he hoped this marriage would be one full of love. Peter picked up the 2 makeshift rings Edgar created to hand one over to each of them.
one of the richest men in the kingdom, and he gives his bride a ring made of wire.
He couldn't help but shake his head.
Dear friends and family,
Peter began out of instinct, but then paused when he remembered there was no one here for the couple.
am I supposed to say everything?
He leaned closer to Edgar to ask this.
Skip to the end,
Edgar replied, rolling his eyes as he deeply regretted not going to another priest.
Alessandra and Edgar, two souls bound by circumstance and a touch of defiance, finally stood before the makeshift altar. He, the aggressive and popular Duke, and she, a supposedly cursed daughter of a notorious baron, their union a whispered scandal across the kingdom. Alessandra, yearning to escape the gilded cage of her past, saw in Edgar not just a husband, but an unexpected ally. Will their unconventional marriage survive the scrutiny of the court and the whispers of the nobility? Can Edgar truly let go of his past and embrace the vibrant, unpredictable life Alessandra offers? What secrets and dangers lie hidden beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic union? Will Alessandra be able to stand on her own 2 feet and navigate the complexities of court life without relying on Edgar?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.
Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.